Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Happy Monday. And there is a lot going on again. Yes, there is. So what do I have for you guys? Well, before we go on with today's video, all I ask is for you guys to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing, but it will also help bring awareness to the Nio as a whole. And as usual, I will post the link in the comment section for the Facebook group, the Nio Facebook group that Zahir and I started. So Nio has finished its third round of winter testing of the ET9, and deliveries are set to begin by the end of this month. Yes, you heard that right. So we should see our margins increasing dramatically going forth in the next quarter, because the ET9 has, just like Onvo, has a lot of in-house technology. The Firefly is coming out in April as well, and government stimulus is coming very soon, which Nio is projected to benefit a lot from that, because a lot of it is going to go towards buying back shares, going towards battery. The government is incentivizing battery swapping. So GAC chairman calls for greater policy support for battery swaps in China. Yes, the company GAC, the giant, the chairman of this company is calling for battery swap, greater policy to support battery swap in China. And he's talking to the government about this. You heard that right. We all knew it was here to stay. So the battery swap business model, he said, is in line with China's carbon peak and carbon neutral strategies, and can charging difficulties and can solve EV charging difficulties, said GAC's chairman. It's the future of gas stations. It's the only winning business model. He called for solutions to the issues of high construction costs, lagging layout, and lack of uniform battery standard for battery swap facilities. Now, GAC is one of the companies that have teamed up with us. His name is Feng. He's chairman and general manager of Chinese auto giant GAC Group. He called for greater policy support for the battery swap business model as one of his proposals for the upcoming 2 sessions in China with the Chinese government. China's annual session of its top legislative and political advisory bodies, known as the 2 sessions, will start tomorrow. The battery swap business model is in line with China's carbon peak and carbon neutral strategies, and can also solve the difficulty of charging electric vehicles, Feng said, according to an article published today by the company GAC. He called on Chinese authorities to increase policy support for the battery swap business model to address the high construction costs, lagging layout, and lack of uniform battery standards of battery swap facilities. Feng's other recommendations include easing restrictions on the return to China of defective parts from Chinese automakers overseas, increasing the integration of electric vehicle takeoff and landing (eVTOL) technologies, and promoting the development of humanoid robot industries. So we should expect the government giving out more incentives and more money to help with these industries that are going to help the economy, especially the technology industry. GAC is one of the earliest players in the battery swap business. Yes, they tried their hand at it, but they thought that because of the cost, the upfront cost, it would not be beneficial. And then they realized that they were too late at the game. And William Lee said, yes, it's going to be expensive in the beginning, excuse me guys, but it will translate later on into incredible revenue and profit, as we see starting to happen now, where the battery swap stations, the swaps are increasing so much, and the adoption rate of it is so high that we should see profitability this year with the battery swap business because of the partnerships as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why GAC, when they tried their hand at it, they stepped away from it, because they did not anticipate partnerships joining. But at the same time, like most other companies, they were scared of the upfront cash burn, where William Lee was looking at way further in the distant of how important and how significant this will be, and it is the only way going forward. So it says on July 3rd, 2023, JAC Aeon sub-brand Hyper, known as Hyper, launched its first model, the Hyper GT, with a battery swap enabled variant. But like I said, they fell away from it. And on May 8, 2024, GAC signed a strategic partnership agreement with Nio on charging and battery swap. Yes, they were one of our partnerships, becoming the 6th member to join the latter's battery swap alliance. So they lacked the vision that others would join with them, so they did not continue it. But later on, they realized what Nio was doing was so significant that they were one of, the companies that team up with us and jump back on board instead of trying it on their own. Nio and GAC would work together to establish a unified battery standard and co-develop battery swap enabled passenger cars. So they're going to build battery swap and passenger enabled cars together. These are things that people forget. Compatible with models from both brands, according to a statement at the time. And we all know that there are 2 companies that are going to release battery swap enabled models. I believe it's Chang'an and Chery later on this year in the 3rd quarter. And this is why the Emperor William Lee said, the CEO of Nio, that Nio will become profitable, massive, and in a sudden way. It'll be suddenly and massive all at once. And this is why I believe the shorts will be devastated. The illiterate short, not the big illegal shorting that's taking place on Wall Street, but the small shorts will be devastated completely, because we will go from being unprofitable to profitable in a massive and sudden way in the very next quarter. So he said last December, Nio founder, chairman, and CEO William Lee said at a media event that the cycle time to build a new battery swap enabled model was 18 months. So a lot of people were saying when Nio was teaming up, when these companies was teaming up with Nio to do battery swap enabled models, well, what's happening? We don't see them. So it takes 18 months. This is not a small procedure. And this is why I say the race is not for the swift, but for the one who can endure. And now we're seeing them coming out and saying in the 3rd quarter. And don't be surprised if we see some of them coming out even before that. It is getting very interesting this year because we have the government stimulus coming. We have the Firefly being released in April. We have the Envo ramp up this month. We have the ET9 getting ready to release this month. We have our earnings call coming up very shortly, possibly tomorrow. Nio did not announce a date yet, but it will be this month. We have, like I said, in April, Firefly being released. We have the big 7-seater, 3 rows coming out, the L90 later on this year, all with in-house technology. We have updated models of our Nio brand that will be released in every quarter with in-house technology. The margins will increase dramatically. So I hope you guys found this video yet again on a Monday to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.